Hey guys, welcome back to Krystal Klear Ideas, where we are diligently planning towards success. And in this video, I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys my Go Wild budget. So as you know, Go Wild has been postponed for 2021, and I had already got an opportunity to set up my budget for when it was scheduled for April of 2020. And so I wanted to actually do a comparison between how much I budgeted for the April 2020 and how much I will budget for the one that's going to take place in 2021. And so since I wanted to do a comparison, I decided to go ahead and set up the budget based off of the things that I had already booked. And I wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys. So in this video, we're going to actually do a Go Wild budget for what would have taken place if it had happened in April. And then that way, when I go ahead and set up for the 2021 budget, we will have a list of things that we can compare so that we can see if the price actually went up or how things have changed. So I decided to take you guys along with me. We're going to go ahead and move to my desk, and I hope you guys enjoy. Let's go. All right, guys, so here is my planner. I have not, all right, guys, so here is my planner. I have not changed out anything as far as the cover and the discs. The only thing I updated was my months. So I do have June to August in here. And so what I wanted to show you guys is my inspiration. I actually decided that I am going to utilize some of my purple paper right here. So I'm using my paper that has the purple paint splatter toward the umbrellas or toward where the discs go in. And this is my inspiration. This is a spread that I've done quite a while ago. I actually did it in January. And this is in my Haponichi. I'm actually going to link that video in this video in case you wanted to see me put this together. But this was when, this is the week that the Go Wild tickets went on sale. It was actually Saturday the 18th. And so I wanted to go ahead and use this spread, the color palette, as inspiration, which is why I chose this paper. So let me go ahead and show you guys a little bit of what I'm deciding to use, which is my fun alphabets right here. Also my Glam Girl, where I picked out some of those stickers. Still have a few left, so I'm going to pick some of these. I may even slap Glam Girl on there. Of course my Wild Style, because to me Wild Style is just the theme of Go Wild. And this is like a Go Wild sticker book in my opinion. And so I may pull some things from here, but a part of me actually wants to save this sticker book when I redo this budget for when we actually go in 2021. So I haven't decided yet, but I think that is what I'm leaning towards. So we'll see. And then in case I need to fill in any blanks, you guys know my ride or die is always a colorful box. Any of them, I decided that this one may have some colors that will go well. And then we do have some Stay Wild quotes in here. And so I thought that would be awesome as well, especially if I can find one that looks the way I want it to look. And so I wanted to show you guys what I'm going to be doing. So we're going to dive right in. I'm not going to talk through this until we get an opportunity to finish everything. And then once I write everything down, I'll go through it. You guys, another reason I'm doing this is because some of you, like me, may be trying to attend Go Wild for the first time. And sometimes it can be really difficult if you have not gotten an opportunity to sit down and set a budget as to how much you're going to spend, how much everything's going to cost. So with me getting an opportunity to pretty much pay for my Go Wild trip in full before COVID, and then have all of that money and things refunded, I'll be able to go ahead and walk through with you guys the monies that was set aside for Go Wild. I am grateful that it is rescheduled until 2021 because, of course, my budget hopefully doesn't go up. I am still planning on spending the same amount, but I do have time to create enough cushion in case I decide that I do want to spend a little bit more once I'm there, or spend an extra day or two while I'm there. So that is always positive. So hopefully this video will get an opportunity to give you some inspiration. It'll help encourage you to go ahead and plan. There's no time like the present to plan for the future, as this whole situation has taught us. And so I'm ready to go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so let's get started. right, you guys, I'm going to zoom you in, and I want you to get a good look at everything. So this was my Go Wild budget for April 21st through the 28th. And I just wanted to walk you through quickly some of the things that took place. So first thing that I wanted to do is the ticket price. Now, when you actually purchase a ticket for Go Wild, which I'm going to leave the link in the description box below for the website, just in case you didn't know anything about it. The cost of the ticket for this year was $517. And there is a ticketing fee. And this was $584. The ticketing fee was $67. Now, that was a ticketing fee for me because this is my first time attending Go Wild, so I did not have any type of alumni credits. And I also decided to do the split pay option, which I found out may have been a little bit more. I actually made 2 payments. They split my $517 in half along with the ticketing fee. So my first payment was done on the 18th. I paid $299.50 on the 18th of January. And then my last payment came out on the 2nd of March, and I paid $284.50 on that payment to complete my ticket. And so I actually put it on my credit card. I already had the funds available, but just in case, I wanted to make sure that I did it on my credit card so that it would go through and I wouldn't have any issues with banking or declining or anything of that nature due to it being a foreign transaction for my bank. And then also I wanted to make sure that I could just pay the credit card once I had the money for the full price of the ticket. In the future, I most likely will just pay for it all at once instead of doing the split pay option because I pretty much had the money before my payment was due for the first one. And I could have just saved myself maybe $20 or so by doing it that way, just from what I was able to research. The second thing was the flight. After I got my ticket, I wanted to let you guys know that my ticket was just for me. I'm the only one attending Go Wild in my home. But when we were going to Go Wild, my husband and I were actually going to go together, and we were going to use this as a part of our anniversary trip. So everything else is at the cost of 2 people. So I want you to keep that in mind when you consider this, because if you are going alone, or if you're splitting the cost with roommates, you may not have to incur the full cost of things that I personally had to incur when I actually mapped this out. So the flight, actually we used points. We actually have a Chase travel credit card, which I highly recommend if you're disciplined enough to make sure that you pay your credit card off every month. My husband and I make sure that we do things that have to be paid each month. So personally, we decide to have 4 bills that we put on the credit card every month. These bills don't ever change, so we know exactly how much they cost each month. And we charge those on a credit card, and it's an extra step, but we just go ahead and pay that out of the bill account so that we can make sure that those are paid. And we can also rack up points on our Chase travel credit card. We love using points for travel. We can use them on flights, we can use them on hotels, we can use them on pretty much anything, and we really, really love that. So we actually, at this time, had accumulated 39,701 points on our Chase travel card. We actually utilized the points and we had to pay the difference, which was $176.53. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the tickets ran about $250 a piece. So I thought that was pretty good, from about $500 to $176 in cash was all we had to shell out for the flight. That was pretty good. And since we had to postpone our trip for Go Wild being rescheduled, we did get an opportunity to get those points back, and we will also be able to use those on our future flight for Go Wild. So by that time, we will have accumulated most of the points needed so that we won't have to come out of pocket almost at all. So I'm super excited about that. So that will be a change when I update this Go Wild budget review for a current or more recent one. Also, I wanted to let you guys know for our hotels, we had 2 hotels. Since this was going to be a Go Wild / anniversary trip for my husband and I, what we decided to do was we were going to leave early. So we were going to get to California on the 21st, and we were going to go to San Diego first. And we were going to stay at Horton Grand in San Diego. We had paid for our hotel full, and so it was $231.90. And then at the time of Go Wild, we were going to go ahead and explore Anaheim and stay at the Anaheim Holiday Inn, which our cost was $694.45. So we actually received a check back from the hotels, $926.35 once the COVID started, so that we would be able to put that money aside into our travel account so that it would be there when it's time for us to travel yet again for 2021 for Go Wild. So that was the cost of the hotels at that time. Because of COVID and some of the other things that are going to take place in the future, which are unknown, I don't know if these hotel costs are going to stay the same, but I did want to make sure I shared it with you so that you would have a ballpark figure of about how much we would spend for staying as long as we did. Now, the 21st to the 28th, that's about 7 days. So we wanted to stay about a week, which is usually what my husband and I do when we do our anniversary travel. We usually try to stick it we try to stick to 5 to 7 days whenever we travel for anniversary so that we can get an opportunity to really explore the city and kind of get an experience. Also, TM gift is table mate gifts. And since I had never been to Go Wild before, I had to do a little bit of research, but I was able to find out that 10 people sit at a table at Go Wild, which means that I would only need to purchase items for 9 gifts because that would exclude me. And so I actually just set a budget for what I wanted to spend on table mate gifts. I set it at $150, and I really think that's really, really good. If you go ahead and divide that by 10, that's about $15. Actually, no. If you divide that by 10, I think I'm right. Okay, 10% of that is 10% of that is $15, but it wouldn't be $15 per person. I'm going to have to check. Let me check. Of course, now I'm getting brain fog here. What is going on? Let me pause. Okay, yes, I was right. That is $15 per person, but it's actually a little bit more per person because it's only 9 gifts instead of 10. So I thought that was pretty good. And so that was the budget that I set for my table mate gifts. Now also I wanted to go ahead and talk about the extras. The extras were certain things that we definitely had to do while we were traveling and visiting California. So whenever we travel, my husband is the type where he likes to be in control as to where we go. He most likely will never be on a bus trip or anything of that nature because when he's ready to go, he's ready to go. So we always get a rental car. That's just something that we always add into the budget. And so we usually use Expedia. Usually you can get rental cars for about $24 a day, something of that nature. And so when I priced it, it was $230 for a premium and then $200 for a mid-size. And so I wanted to go ahead and use the larger figure for our calculations. Also, when it comes to food, we pretty much budget about $60 a day for both of us. So that includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Some days we don't spend the whole $60, so we know that that would allow us to be able to have a really, really nice dinner for our anniversary, somewhere really maybe a little pricey. And so we always kind of allow us that cushion to be able to use that at our discretion, but we try not to go over the budget. And so the budget for food was $400 for the whole trip, and I was super excited about that. We always try to purchase our own snacks by going to, like Dollar Tree or Dollar General or Family Dollar, so that we can kind of get our own snacks that we really like for the low, and then that will kind of hold us over. But usually on a regular basis, my husband and I stick to 3 square meals a day, and so that really won't be a budget. And we don't have any problems going to In-N-Out Burger. We live in South Carolina. We don't have one of those here, so a lot of fast food places that they would have in California would be a new experience for us, and so we were super excited. We are super excited to be able to try some of those places as well. And so that was the budget set for food. And then also shopping and activities. My husband and I love to shop. We love Ross. We love finding a good deal. And so with that, we do have a cushion of $500, but that's not necessarily stating that we're actually going to spend that. We just know that we won't want to go over that. And then also, my husband didn't know about this, and he may still not, just depending on if he watches this video or not, because he's very picky and choosy. He chooses which videos of mine that he actually watches, so I'm always surprised. But I was going to surprise him for our anniversary, and we were going to go to Disneyland. If you did purchase a ticket for Go Wild, they did have a code so that you did get a discount. At a discounted rate, you could purchase tickets to Disneyland. And so I was super, super excited about that. I estimated for entry about $120 a person. My husband and I have never been to California. We have never been to Disneyland. And so this is just an estimate. And of course, I have a little cushion in there. Of course, you're going to have to buy food when you go in there because you can't bring your own food and different things of that nature, maybe some trinkets or even some souvenirs that we may want to purchase. And so I wanted to make sure that I put at least the entry price and then include some of our food budget in that as well. And so once I calculated everything, the total cost of the trip exactly was $2,466.88. And that is not including the budget for food. And well, actually it includes food, but it doesn't include shopping and activities. In my book, shopping and activities is extra. If we could not afford to do that, that would be the first to go. And so this amount, this figure, does not include shopping and activities. So if we included shopping and activities, it wouldn't be exactly $3,000, but that would be our total trip budget for this week. Now, this is also including some of the cost that comes in travel, and then also the increase of the cost of living and higher prices that may take place in California that I may not be used to here in South Carolina. So you definitely want to take in consideration when you look at these numbers, you know, where I'm coming from. The state that I live in is not very expensive when it comes to purchasing homes, buying groceries, living in comparison to other states. And so to me, $3,000 is a lot. But I feel like for California, it is reasonable. But of course, this budget is based off of 2 people. So that really would be, if you take out the ticketing price, it will be close to $1,500 a person. And really, for me, most of mine would go toward the ticket. Well, a portion of it would go toward the ticket. And so I thought that was pretty good. So of course, my goal is always to beat the price or even to match it completely for when we actually do go in 2021. But of course, with the economic system and how things are going to go, I don't know exactly how that's going to fare, but I am planning on making sure that this $3,000 is going to be available when we do go for Go Wild in 2021. So you guys, I wanted to go ahead and end this video properly, face to face, and I hope that this really helped. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment down below. Ask me any questions that you'd like. I will get an opportunity to do a part 2 of this video when we get closer to Go Wild for 2021. After I get an opportunity to rebook a lot of these items when it comes to the flight and the hotels, and recheck the prices of Disneyland, the rental cars, because things are subject to change. But I wanted you to get an idea of what was mapped out previously, so that this may even help you when it comes to you getting an opportunity to plan to attend Go Wild in the future or even in 2021. So hopefully I'll get a chance to see you guys there, and I'm going to go ahead and end this video properly. You guys, thank you so much. I hope you really enjoyed all of the tips that I gave and taking a look at some of my budget when it came to the flight, the travel, things that I set aside for food, and how I'm actually going to plan to tweak some of those things in the future will be in the next video that has to do with Go Wild. I am so excited about getting an opportunity to see all of my planner babes and to participate and be included in the Go Wild experience. It will be my first time. And so I definitely want to make sure that I take a look at the expenses, how much it's going to cost, and make sure that I plan effectively for the future. You guys, make sure you stay tuned for that next video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure you drop your gem in the comments down below so that I know you made it into the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.